Aloha, and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center. Here on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. We present this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8, and recorded on our website, kauaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. When we present this class, it's to help people understand the true natures of their mind and how to clear what we call the relative mind and transform it into the ultimate true nature of awareness. Understanding that everything is an illusion and how to deal with that on both the relative and ultimate levels of awareness. All of us have awareness, but most people, animals, humans, their awareness is locked into what we call the judgmental mind or drama mind. So to change that, then we introduce these various meditation practices, deity yogas, and how to rest in the natural state of one's mind, which is called voidness. We start the class with the altruistic motivation that everything we are doing is to be to the benefit of everyone else, animals, humans, and spirits in the whole universe, and to our environment here on Mother Earth. We start with the altruistic motivation, and I'll chant it first in Tibetan, and then I'll say it in English. Dag dang jowa namke da dang yampe sem chem tam che dudi ne jute jisi jem chu ning po la chi ki bardu. And translated, it's like this. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now all together take refuge and offer prostrations and other skillful means practices. Then we do the Refuge Prayer. I'll chant that in Tibetan, then we'll say that in English. Alden Lama Dampa Nama Chapsu Chio Yedam Chokor Gilatso Nama Chapsu Chio Sanjay Chon Dende Nama Chapsu Chio Dampe Chur Nama Chapsu Chio Dampe Gandam Nama Chapsu Chio Pao Kandra Chokyum Sume So Yesheki Shendam Dempa Nama Chapsu Chio. And in Canadian it goes like this. We go for refuge to all the glorious holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the idams, the deities gathered in our mandala practice. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these six possess the eye of transcending awareness. Then we do the Bodhisattva prayer called Bodhicitta. Sanjay Chodong Chuki Chodnam La Jai Chu Bardu Dagni Chamsu Chi Dagi Jenso Jipe Sonam Ki Drola Enjur Sanjay Drupar Sho. In the Buddha Dharma and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the six Bodhisattva disciplines called the six perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Now each of the refuge prayer can be done with prostrations, and it should be said 3 times before a formal session. And the Bodhisattva prayer of the 6 perfections also 3 times. When we practice in this tradition, which I call Bodhisattva Training School, myself in training, the generosity is the first of these 6 perfections. And that is practiced on both what we call the relative level and the ultimate level or true nature of our awareness. Then the second and the other 5, all the same way, till we get to insight. And insight is purposely determining that the essence of the mind is its natural state, and we must learn to rest in that. And we have 5 Dhyana Buddha families to help us do that. Each one of these, it represents the essence or true nature of your consciousness. So when we practice generosity, it's extending that to, in practice, to limitless sentient beings. Then morality with ethics and good manners is the second. The third is patience. And that is the antidote to numerous afflictions, but you must have that towards yourself to do the practices, and to all sentient beings to deal with their drama, their pain and suffering, and so forth. The fourth is perseverance. And this is with the first 3, and with the next, the 5th Bodhisattva discipline being meditation. And it really requires a lot of patience to take the time to do the practice of these various methods, both on the ultimate level and resting in the true nature of your mind, the ultimate level. So generosity, morality, patience, perseverance, meditative focus combined with the use of the imagination. And the 5th one is to directly connect to the true nature of awareness itself, which we call the natural mind. And we do these practices for 2 reasons. One is to handle the conflict, the drama of our own situation and the world around us. The second is to understand your own true nature and how to use it. And what happens when you do this in the relative practices with the deity yogas, the path of skillful means, you're actually purifying past karma and the negative tendencies that have followed you into this life. And when you do Mahamudra, resting in the nature of the mind, which is voidness, accomplishing that, you purify your future karma. And that's how we remove the pain and suffering and conflict, not only for ourselves, but everybody we have connection with. And in this case, that's infinite sentient being. And this word infinite is very important to understand, because in the relative state of your awareness, the drama mind, the relative situation, the there's no handling, it's restricted. And there's a lack of knowledge of that restriction. And so you think everything is just the way it is, and there's no dealing with it. That's called ignorance. And then when you move into the direct connection using insight, we call Mahamudra, Dzogchen, the great perfection, many different names. That's to give you a break. It's to take you out of the drama mind entirely. And that's the end of suffering. And so understanding this is important because we actually start our practice with what we call Nungdo, which is in two categories: the ordinary preliminary practice and the extraordinary. The ordinary is to understand that because you have this connection, you are free of obstacles to using this extraordinary situation, the connection to the teachers and the Dharma, and you should do it now. And that brings you to the second one, impermanent. No one knows what comes first, the next thought or the next breath or the next life. So you should practice now. The third is you have all the benefits of good karma to deal with these negative tendencies. And not only that, to teach them to others so that they can liberate themselves. And the fourth ordinary preliminary is the drama mind. That it's not favorable. This relative situation called conditioned existence is unfavorable. No matter which one of the six realms you find yourselves in, heaven or hell or in between. And it's constantly changing. And it affects you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And if you understand these four preliminaries that I just stated, then you have more impetus, more drive to practice the extraordinaries, which starts with taking refuge and doing prostrations, and then the practice of Vajrasattva, which we're going to do at the start of the next part of our class. Then you have mandala offerings, which bring you good health and wealth to enhance your practice. And then Guru Yoga, so that the mind of the teachers blends with your mind, so you can move quickly to liberation, to becoming a mature human being. We call that Buddha. So we'll start with the practice to soften the mind and bring good health of the three lights meditation. And then we'll blend that with the 5 elements meditation practice. And then the second part of the class we'll do Vajrasattva, and after that, medicine Buddha practice. And I'll explain each of those as we come to them. To start with, sit with your back straight, hands comfortable, head slightly tilted forward, mouth closed, if you can breathe through your nose. eyes open, and soften your gaze to the space and light, arm's length in front, 2 feet in front. Then do 3 clearing breaths. Inhale, your diaphragm expands. Exhale as it contracts. That's 1. Again. That's 2. Again. That's 3. Now we put the color code in place of the 3 lights meditation. As you inhale, visualize the air which contains the 5 elements, filling your lungs with white light. Then the absorption breath or middle breath is visualized as red light spontaneously going to every cell in your body. Then you take these 2 lights together and exhale blue light out your nose to boundless space. Inhale white light, fill your lungs. Middle breath, visualize red light through every cell in your body. That's the energy of the element. Then these 2 together are shared with infinite sentient beings by exhaling blue light out your nose to space, the healing breath. Now count 21 of these breaths with the 3 lights. Once you reach the 21st breath, take your focus off the breath. Combine the code of the 3 lights into 1 tiny point of light and visualize it to be centered in your middle of your chest, creating the heart chakra. In Tibetan, this is called a bindu or tigli. The moment you do this, you've made a connection to the infinite light of boundless space. So for a few moments, rest in the state of spatial awareness. No meditation. Be present. Relax. Then to start the practice, again, with your imagination, create a tiny tigli point of light in your heart chakra and visualize it grow into a small sphere of clear light. Then entering into this three-dimensional situation we call our world, expand that small sphere into one of the symbols of the five elements. Tonight we're going to use the symbol of the earth element, which is a six-sided cube. And visualize it about the size of your thumbnail in the center of your heart chakra, and color it yellow or gold. This will become the healing symbol we use for this five elements meditation session practice. Visualize this small yellow cube to move out in front of your chest and up before your eyes, 2 feet in front. Then from there, visualize it to expand inside to a large cube, maybe the size of your room, or so that you can see your whole body just as you are, sitting or standing inside. Then using this yellow symbol labeled Earth, expand it in size to include, here in Hawaii, we include the island of Kauai and surrounding ocean inside. Wherever you are, about a 50-mile diameter area. Your city, your town, whatever, inside. And expand the yellow cube to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Keeping focus and imagination together, expand it in size to completely enclose our completely enclose our solar system. Then expand it in size to completely enclose our spiral disc-shaped galaxy. And move beyond the boundaries of your conceptual mind and merge it with the infinite light of boundless space. And relax contemplating that with no meditation. Then move from that state of spatial awareness and again invent the cube and visualize it enclosing the galaxy. Condense it in size to just enclose the solar system. Smaller and smaller to just enclose Mother Earth. Then we smaller to just enclose your city, town, or here in Hawaii, the island where you're doing this practice inside. and condense all of that into a small cube so that you can see just your form body just as you are inside the healing energy of the yellow six-sided cube. At this point, you're receiving the full healing life force energy of the world around you into your physical body, psychically projected. To finish the practice, bring your awareness to in front of your eyes. And with that awareness, see the cube in front of your eye, about the size of your thumbnail. Then bring the cube to chest level and into your heart chakra. Condense it to a tiny point of light and again and rest. In the limitless light of boundless space. Simply be aware and present. Then bring this state of vivid awareness to in front of your eyes and spread it into your area of influence. And as bodhisattvas dedicate the virtue of this 3 lights, 5 elements healing practice to the good health and benefit of all limitless sentient beings. Our mothers. Now this is this practice of the 3 lights, 5 elements was generated by my teacher, Kala Rinpoche, to get people to understand that their own mind is the source of all healing. And that everything is like an illusion, illusory. And this infinite light and this infinite space that we inhabit is the true nature of everything, including our thoughts. And the basic practices are called the Hinayana. Hini means for oneself. The next part of the class is to move into the path of skillful means. And when you do that, you're moving from the Hinayana into the Mahayana and the Vajrayana of the Sutra and Tantric tradition of Tibetan Buddhism, which was identified as shamanistic Lamaism. And this term, shamanistic, simply means to be able to deal with the world around you in its entirety. And it actually exists in the category of the spirits, which are infinite in number and inhabit the entire universe. And there are 4 categories. And it also includes all the animals and spirits that take birth on planets throughout the universe. And why do we generate the Sutra Tantric tradition? Is to accomplish what the Buddha called the 4 Noble Truths. There is suffering and pain. There's a cause of this suffering and pain. There's a path out of this situation. And can be an end to this. And so those 4 noble truths you keep in mind, not because we have a goal, but so that we can lighten the load for everybody else, alleviate the pain and suffering of others, and show them how to use their own mind's infinite state of energy to accomplish liberation for themselves and become mature human beings. So when you enter into this path of skillful means, the Lama is the source of the practice. Why? Because the Lama is doing this practice. And Lamas only teach what they are practicing. And the training of Bodhisattva is to move more directly, faster, to understand your own true nature and how to use it. It's kind of like there are worldly means to be a little bit free of pain and suffering and have good karma. But that's like walking to the top of the mountain. When you enter the path of skillful means, we start to generate the sutra practice. For instance, tonight we're going to do Vajrasattva and Medicine Buddha. That's like getting in a car and driving to the top of the mountain. And then when you use the Vajrayana aspect of the practice, which is the second part of the path of skillful means using deity, that's like flying to the top of the mountain. So keep that in mind. And the more you do these practices, the quicker you reach realization and accomplishment. And this has been going on since Shakyamuni taught all this 3,600 years ago. And all these traditions that have pervaded India, Tibet, and now the whole world, thousands and thousands of men and women liberated themselves, became mature human beings and Buddhas. And thousands of them are alive on the planet today. And you know that's true because they've invaded the well. We have invaded the well. And you can find them on Google, YouTube. Many of them are now using Zoom, like this class tonight. And there's a great new web. We call it the Dharmakaya, the all-pervasive nature of the Dharma. And it's like an infinite amount of flowers falling on everyone all over the planet. And when you do these practices, you can even have the assistance of the Dakinis and Dharmapalas. And when you do these practices, then it's like a light snow cooling effect following on Mother Earth and her inhabitants. So we'll start the Vajrasattva practice. Now, this last year and this year, I've accepted the Rigpa Tibetan calendar and the Rigpa tradition, which is hundreds and thousands of teachers, translators, and practitioners. And to set this calendar up so that everybody is in sync, all the nuns, all the monks, and householders that want to work along the same calendar program, so that on certain days of the month, it's like a rolling blanket of energy going around the planet, each time zone, as they do the same practice. And for instance, in the book, they explain the deities. Here's the explanation of Vajrasattva and the 100 Syllable Mantra. And it's in the book in the month of July. But it has its special days that they do this. But why I'm opening up to it, since we're going to do the 100 Syllable Mantra, is it has a translation. Would you turn that light on, please? I'm going to read the translation. I have lights on tonight, but they're not bright enough. It says, goes like this: Om Vajrasattva Samaya, which means most excellent explanation of praise. Vajrasattva Samaya. Samaya or Samaya means excellent commitment. Om Vajrasattva. Protect us with this commitment. May we remain with a firm connection. As Tishta Drito me bawa, and Subo Kayo me bawa, grant me complete satisfaction. Anurakto me bawa, grow with me and increase the positive aspects of my consciousness. Anurakta me bawa, be loving and kind towards me. Sarva Siddhi Memtrayasa, grant me all cities, accomplishments, and realization. Sarva Susume, show me all the karma and activities and how to use them. Sito Shriyu Kuru, make my mind good, virtuous, and auspicious. Hum, the heart essence and healing energy of the seed syllable of the Vajrasattva practice. Ha 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 symbolizes the four immeasurables, the four empowerments, the four states of joy and bliss, and the four kayas. Oh, this is the exclamation of bliss, or we call the clear energy of the mind of awareness as the four empowerments for our body, speech, and mind and activities. Oh, the explanation of voidness. Bhagavan Sarvatatha, blessed one who embodies all the Vajra Tathagatas. Vajra Mame Munsa, do not abandon me. Vajra Bhava, grant me a realization of my Vajra nature. Maha Samaya Sattva Ah. Oh, great Samaya Sattva Bodhisattva, blend with me in the letter Ah, the nature of energy, as we become one in body, speech, and mind, to the benefit of all other beings. So I'll say it in Sanskrit. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Dikta Jedo Me Bhava Sutokayo Me Bhava Supokayo Me Bhava Anurakto Me Bhava Sarva Siddhi Mantra Yasa Sarva Karma Susame System Shriyam Kuru Ho Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarva Data Gata Vajrama Me Musa Vajrama Ma Samaya Sattva Ah. With the letter Ah, you relax with the infinite energy of light and space as your own essence of your own mind. And because we include the Dakini energy of the five elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, which creates everything, that's how you were created by your mother, then we show the Dakini, whatever color you like, in union with Vajrasattva. Then we add her name to the mantra. Om Vajrayogini, Vajrasattva, like that. Then the seed syllables are according to which color code, but in this case, Hung is the ultimate healing of body, speech, and mind, and bringing them all together to the benefit of all beings. And you visualize the deities above your head, where you usually visualize your teacher, your root lama. I have Kala Rinpoche there and many other teachers on my tempa, and I have Lama Rinchen on my right shoulder and Lama Tenzin on my left shoulder. These were our lamas here in Hawaii. But however you do it, all the energy of all of the Sutra Tantric practice is in this visualization. And light goes out from their heart, from the seed syllables, to bring all of the lineage teachers into the practice and all the deity. Then they enter into their hearts and 100 syllable mantra arises. And the hung and the seed syllable in their heart for a few moments changes into the energy of the bell and dorji, which all lamas have, used in all these ritualistic practices. Then, once you have that energy, then the 100 syllable mantra appeared out of the bell and dorji and connects their two heart chakras, but then fills up the area of their influence above your head. And from their point of union, it comes down into your central channel, the Uma, which is located 8 fingers back from your forehead. Your soft spot fills the body with energy and light at each level. So it fills the head, then the throat, then the heart area, then the navel area, and the sex area, and then the whole body. And that pushes out all the negative energy of your negative tendencies and thoughts and activity that you've created since infinite time, since the beginning, up to now, out through your pores and orifices, and it coats the body like sludge. And as you say the mantra, it all drifts down into the earth under you. Immediately becomes nectar, food, and whatever the earth beings, spirits, and animals can use. So you visualize like this. So it all starts here, fills your body, out comes the negative, however you want to think that, bugs, energies, goes down into the earth as nectar. And you say the mantra to cause this to take place, to actually happen. The imaginary and the actual equal. So sit with your back straight. Visualize Vajrasattva, Vajrayogini above your head. She can be white, green, blue, black, gold. You choose. Tonight we show red. And he is white or blue. And when you can see them very clearly, see the horn and the seed syllable of the female deity. If you're using this one, it's wrong. You have it. Then the 100-syllable mantra comes from their place of union, sexual union, and down into you. Om Vajrayogini, Vajrasattva, Samaya, Manopalaya, Vajrasattva, Tinopa, Tita Drido, Mevawa, Sutokayo, Mevawa, Supokayo, Mevawa, Anorakto, Mevawa, Sarva Siddhi, Metrayatsa, Sarva Karma, Susamen, Jitsam Shriya Guru, Ha 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 Ho, Bhagawan, Sarva Datta Kata, Vajra Vajra Mahasamaya Sappa Om Vajrayogini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinopa Tikta Jido Bevawa Sutokayo Bevawa Supokayo Bevawa Anorakto Bevawa Sarva Siddhi Ventrayasa Sarva Karma Susame Hitam Shiyam Guru Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarva Datta Vajra Mame Vajra Bhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajrayogini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tikta Judo Bebawa Shuto Kayo Bebawa Shupo Kayo Bebawa Anurakto Bebawa Sarva Siddhi Memchayatsa Sarva Karma Suchame Hitam Chiya Kuru Ha 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 ho Bhagawa Sarva Tata Gata Vajramamema Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Dita Dita Meva Sutta Kaya Meva Supa Kaya Meva Anurata Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Bhagavan Sarva Dada Gata Vajrama Meva Vajrava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tikta Jito Meva Shuto Kayo Meva Supo Kayo Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Om Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramameva Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tikta Jita Meva Sudokaya Meva Supokaya Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Om Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramameva Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Tikta Jito Meva Sudokaya Meva Supokaya Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Om Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramameva Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Tikta Jito Meva Sudokaya Meva Supokaya Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajramameva Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manobalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tikta Jito Meva Sudokaya Meva Supokaya Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tikta Jito Meva Sudokaya Meva Supokaya Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Sarva Tata Gata Vajramameva Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Manobalaya Vajrasattva Denopa Tikta Jito Meva Sudokaya Meva Supokaya Meva Anurakto Meva Sarva Siddhi Mantraya Sarva Karma Sutsame Sutsam Shriya Kuru Bhagavan Sarva Tata Vajrasattva Samaya Sattva Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Tita Jita Mebhava Sudokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Mebhava Anuraka Mebhava Sarvasiddhi Vijaya Amazing Shriya Kulo Tower Tadagata Vajramami Vajrava Vajramaya Sapa Om Vajravini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinopa Tita Jita Sutokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Mebhava Anuraka Mebhava Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinopa Tita Jita Sutokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Mebhava Anuraka Mebhava Sarvasiddhi Vijaya Sarvakama Sutame Sutam Shriya Kuru Aho Bhagavan Sarvadhataka Vajrabhava Samaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Vajrasattva Dedopa Dita Jita Mebhava Sutokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Mebhava Mebhava Sarvasiddhi Vijaya Sarvakama Sutam Shriya Kuru Bhagavan Sarvadhataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinopa Tita Jita Mebhava Sutokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Anuraka Mebhava Sarvasiddhi Vijaya Sarvakama Sutame Sutam Shriya Kuru Bhagavan Sarvadhataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sattva Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinopa Tita Sutokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Mebhava Anuraka Mebhava Sarvasiddhi Vijaya Sarvakama Sutame Sutam Shriya Kuru Aho Bhagavan Sarvadhataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sattva. Now some people have some problem with their throat or soreness, can't say the mantra out loud. So we'll do it a few times silently. Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinopa Tita Jita Mebhava Sutokaya Mebhava Subhokaya Mebhava Anuraka System Shri Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manapamaya Vajrasattva Denupa Nikajito Mebawa Sudoka Supokayo Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Vajraya Sarva Karma Susabe System Shriya Kumu Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tataka Vajrama Memusa Vajrama Samaya Sapa Om. It says in this text at the bottom of the page of the mantra, there is no greater practice than Vajrasattva for healing illness, for purifying harmful karma, for dissolving obscurations, for enhancing long lives of the masters, for repairing impairments of your vows and pledges, for attaining longevity, for accumulating merit for self and others, for helping those who have died, and for making offerings to spiritual teachers who have passed away. This is just a few of the auspicious benefits of the 100-syllable mantra. Vajrasattva himself promised this in what is called the Sutra of the Tantra of Perfect Confession. The 100-syllable mantra is the quintessence of the mind of all of the teachers, lamas, and deities and Buddhas. It purifies all violations of breaches of and all conceptual obscurations. It is the supreme confession, and to recite it 108 times without interruption repairs all violations of your samaya and will keep you from tumbling into the 3 lower realms. All the Buddhas of past and present and future will look on practitioners who recite it as a daily practice as their most excellent children, even in this very lifetime filled with so many distractions and obscurations. And they will watch over and protect us. And after their death, they will undoubtedly become the finest of all the Buddhist errors in the bardo of becoming, and in many precious human births in the future. Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manapamaya Vajrasattva Denupa Tita Jito Mebawa Sudokaya Chukokayo Mebawa Vanarakta Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Vajraya Sarva Karma Susabe System Shriya Kumu Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tataka Vajrama Memusa Vajrama Samaya Sapa. And when you're doing this practice, when you get good at being the deity and purifying all your negative tendencies and obscurations to become food and nectar in the earth, think that all sentient beings in the universe are doing this practice with you. Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manapamaya Vajrasattva Denupa Tita Jito Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Vajraya Sarva Karma Susabe System Shriya Kumu Bhagavan Sarva Tataka Vajrama Memusa Vajrama Samaya Sapa Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manapamaya Vajrasattva Denupa Tita Jito Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anurakta Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Vajraya Sarva Karma Susabe System Shriya Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tataka Vajrama Memusa Vajrama Samaya Sapa. When you're doing the 100-syllable mantra with the mala and you've done a complete round, at the end of the round, let all sentient beings come into you, and you as Vajrasattva disappear in the hung in your heart and rest in voidness for a few moments Then start the next round. And you can say them fast like this. Om Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manapalaya Vajrasattva Dinapa Tita Mebo Sudokaya Mebo Sudokaya Mebo Mebo Sorosity Mandayasa Sorokam Susame System Shaya Sarvata Gata Vajibhava Samaya Sapa Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Jita Jita Mebawa, Sudokaya Mebawa, Sudokaya Mebawa, Sarvasati Mandaya Sawa Conversation. System Jiyago, Bhagavan Sarvatati, Vajimami Vajibhava Samaya Sapa, Vajigani Vajisapa Samaya Manapa, Vajisapa Dinova, Jita Jita Mebawa, Sudokaya Mebawa. Sudokaya Mebawa, Nurakta Mebawa, Sarvasati Mandaya. Sarvakama Susame Sasabjiya Bhagavan Sarvatata Gata Vajamami Vajibhava Mahasamaya Sapa. If you're using a clock to time yourself, you can say about 200 mantras in a minute, in an hour. And then you can keep track of that. You do 5 hours, that's 1,000 mantras. Vajrasattva.
And it's Sakadawa.
And it's Sakadawa, so every day this month, it's 100,000 times all your practice multiplied. Each and every practice enforces each and every other practice. And the energy goes out to all sentient beings, 100,000. So if you say the 10 homes, home, 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 that's 100,000. Cool. But that's till the end of this month, either by the calendar 28 days of the Tibetan calendar or 30 days of the actual Western calendar. Either way works. Oh, Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manapalaya Vajrasattva Dinoma Tita Tita Mebawa Sudokaya Mebo Subhagaya Mebawa Hararaga Mebawa Sarvasiti Mandaya Sawarga Susame Sasamjiya Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sapa Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinoma Tita Tita Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anuraka Mebawa Sarvasiti Mandaya Sawarga Susame Sasamjiya Ho Bhagavan Sarvataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sapa Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinoma Tita Tita Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anuraka Mebawa Sarvasiti Mandaya Sawarga Susame Sasamjiya Ho Bhagavan Sarvataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sapa Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinoma Tita Tita Mebawa Sudokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anuraka Mebawa Sarvasiti Mandaya Sawarga Susame Sasamjiya Ho Bhagavan Sarvataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sapa Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinoma Tita Tita Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anuraka Mebawa Sarvasiti Mandaya Sawarga Susame Sasamjiya Ho Bhagavan Sarvataka Vajramami Vajrabhava Samaya Sapa Vajragani Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinoma Tita Tita Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anuraka Mebawa Sarvasiti Mandaya Sawarga Susame Sasamjiya Ho Bhagavan Sarvataka Vajramami Vajrasatva Samaya Sava Vajragini Vajrasatva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasatva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Sudokaya Mevo Shubhokaya Mevo Anurata Mevo Sarvajani Nandayasa Sarvajani Sisam Shriyago Bhagavan Sarvajana Gata Vajrama Mevo Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sabha Vajrasatva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasatva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Sudokaya Mevo Shubhokaya Mevo Sarvajani Nandayasa Sarvajani Sisam Shriyago Sarvajana Gata Vajrama Mevo Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sabha Om Vajragini Vajrasatva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasatva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Subhagaya Mevo Subhagaya Mevo Anurakta Mevo Sarvajani Nandayasa Tawe Brahmasutame Sisam Shriyago Namo Bhagavan Sarvajana Vajrama Mevo Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sabha Om Vajragini Vajrasatva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasatva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Sudokaya Mevo Subhakaya Mevo Anurakta Mevo Sarvajani Nandayasa Sawa Sisam Shriyago Namo Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sabha Vajragini Vajrasatva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasatva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Subhakaya Mevo Anurakta Mevo Sarvajani Nandayasa Sawa Sisam Shriyago Sarvajana Vajrama Mevo Vajrabhava Samaya Sabha Okay. Om Vajrasattva. Om Vajrayogini. Dakini of all the five elements and all the Dakini. Om Vajrasattva. Vajrasattva, the commitment deity Samaya, the most excellent of all praises. Om Vajrasattva, protect our Samaya. May you remain firm in me, grant me complete satisfaction. Grow within me, increase the positive within me. Be loving towards me, grant me all the city's accomplishments that are appropriate. Show me all the karmic activities to be accomplished. Make my mind good, virtuous, and auspicious in all situations. The heart essence and seed syllable of Vajrasattva, creating, symbolizing the four immeasurables, four impartments, four joys and states of bliss, and four kayas. The exclamation of voidness of joy of this accomplishment. Blessed one who embodies all the Vajra Tathagatas, do not abandon me. Grant me the realization of the Vajra nature of this great Samaya commitment. Make my body speech mind with your body speech and mind. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Sudokaya Mevo Shubhokaya Mevo Anurakta Mevo Sarvajani Nandayasa Sarvajani Sisam Shriyago Bhagavan Sarvajana Gata Vajrama Mevo Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sabha Om Vajragini Vajrasattva Samaya Manopalaya Vajrasattva Dinova Ikajito Mevo Sudokaya Mevo Anurakta Mevo Sawa Siddhi Vanjayata Sawa Karma Susan Chitam Shriyam Guru Ha 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 Ho Bhagawa Sawa Tata Gata Vajramamema Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Safa. Then to finish the practice, to move into the accomplishment stage. Imagine all the spirits, animals, and humans in the universe as Vajrasattva, Vajra again, filling your mind, filling space, coming into you, merging with you from every direction, infinite in number. Then you, as Vajrasattva, say the short mantra as many times as we said the long mantra. Om Vajrasattva, Vajragini, Mam Om. Om Vajragini, Vajrasattva, 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 Mam Om. Now your Vajrasattva, Mam, in union, and this short mantras connects your two heart chakra, the two seat souls, the creation sound, Hum, and the Ram Nam Bam Yam Mam, Hum Ah Om Cham Ri, whichever you have as the Dakini, connects. Om Vajragini, Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Om Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Om Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Om Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Om Vajragini, Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Om Vajrasattva, Mam Om. Om Vajragini, 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 Vajrasattva, Om Vajragini, Vajrasattva, Mam Om. 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 Vajrasattva, Mam and Vajragini, Vajrasattva disappear into the mantra. The mantra then is circling the bell and dorje. And they disappear into the hum, which is at the connecting point of the 5-point Vajra, this part, and this part of the bell and dorje. Then they disappear into space. When you accomplish the Dharmakaya of space, then all of space is the energy field of the Buddhas. And you contemplate space in that way so that everything that appears is the body, speech, and mind of all of the lamas, all the deities, and all the 5 Dhyana Buddha families. When you've accomplished the essence of your own mind in this way, Simply stay present and in this state of vivid awareness. Open, clear, nothing to add or take away. The pure Dharmakaya of the infinite expanse. In this state of presence, everything is accomplished. It is the Buddha field of Aksobhaya Buddha, mirror-like wisdom. The mind is the mirror. Everything comes to the mirror and reflects back. Infinite light. When you reappear from this accomplishment stage, all of the creation stage of the practice disappeared into voidness of the accomplishment stage. And when you finish the accomplishment stage, you reappear as whatever deity or yidam you're practicing, male or female. Then tonight we're going to do the medicine Buddha practice, which this stupa, which is a symbol of the mind of all the Buddhas, earth, water, fire, air, space, and the 5 dhyana Buddha families. Again, we're going to use the seed syllable home, the sound of infinite healing. I got that. And this is the Medicine Buddha mantra. Created by the lamas as a hanging symbol for the shrine room or wherever you do the practice. And it's all the syllables of the Medicine Buddha. Tadyata Om, Bikanzi, Ma, Bikanzi, Rajda, Samangate, Soha. So the Medicine Buddha mantra, I'm going to hang behind the Medicine Buddha. Blue in color, has a medicine bowl in his hand with the bud of the lotus of 5 petals opening, indicating 5 Buddha families. In his right hand, he holds the myrobalan healing herb, which cures all forms of sickness and disease symptomatically. And he is blue in color with the Vajra in the head. Akshabhaya is his Buddha field, mirror-like wisdom. And he's on a lion throne with the 5 Buddha families depicted in the middle of cross dorjes. And he's on an 18-petal lotus, which changes into an 8-petal lotus, which each has a Buddha on every petal. He's in a natural setting with the sun and moon in the sky and all the beautiful earth energy around him. On each petal of the Buddha is one of the 5 Dhyana Buddhas as the antidote to cure the cause of disease, of attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, stupidity, bewilderment, and ignorance. Those 5 are the 5 Dhyana Buddhas on 5 of the petals. Then he has 3 more petals with Shenrezi, Manjushri, and excuse me, and Vajrapani. And those are the afflictions that are overcome. Sasri and hexes is one category. Then all the people that practice religion with wrong motivation, causing great harm on the planet. That's the second category. And the third is any harm or energy coming in from spirits, animals, or humans because of karma. So this is to treat the cause. Then the symptomatic application goes into effect for your specific application, for your specific situation. You can pick one of these 8 Buddhas energies or one specific, and it can be for you and a group of people like your family, or it can be just for your own situation. But when it's personalized, then you think anybody with that affliction is also healing. The same way you do the Tonglen, the taking and sending practice. So thinking like that, the Lama in front becomes the Medicine Buddha. Then 3 lights from the Lama's head, throat, and heart chakra, Om, An, Hung, enter into your 3 places. Then the Om, An, Hung in your 3 places moves down the central channel and creates the home. Then the Lama is the medicine Buddha in front, merges into you, and you become the medicine Buddha. Then light goes out from the home to these 8 categories that require causal healing and symptomatic healing. All outer medicine is symptomatic. Heart medicine treats the causes. That is all the sutra and tantra practices and teachings on avoiding. So then once you become the medicine Buddha, the home is established in your heart center as the creation sound. And you start the mantra, which circles the home clockwise with the letters facing out. Then light pours from the home and the mantra through you and from the medicine Buddha begging bowl in front and goes out to all sentient beings, all 6 realms spontaneously. The heavenly realm, the demigod and god, war god, goddess realm. Then the human realm and the animal realm, wherever they take birth. And then the lower realms of the deprived spirits called hungry ghosts or pretas, and the hell realms of the demonic spirits of hatred, anger, and abusive nature. All of those being purified. Om. Now say the home 10 times. Om, Om, Om. Body, speech, and mind. Om, Om, Om. Developing the four all the perfect qualities. Om. Then going out to the 3 kayas, Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya, to everyone. Om, Om, Om. So again. Om, Om, Om. Then 4 times. Om, 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 Om. And 3 times, 3 kayas. Om, Om, Om. Tadyatha. Om, Vikanji, Vikanji, Maha Vikanji. Vajrasattva Soha. Tadyatha. Om, Vikanji, Vikanji. Maha Vikanji. Vajrasattva Soha. Tadyatha. Om, Vikanji, Vikanji. Maha Vikanji. Vajrasattva Soha. Tadyatha. Om, Vikanji, Vikanji. Maha Vikanji. Vajrasattva Soha. Medicine Buddha, this is called the Dharani of the Medicine Buddha, which means the long healing mantra. Om Namo Bhagavati Vaisajya Guru Vaidurya Prabharadaya Tathagataya Arhate Samaya Sambuddhaya Ya Tadyatha. Om Vikanji, Vikanji, Maha Vikanji. Raja Samogati Soha. And the translation is, we take refuge in this blue world honored one, King of Lapis Lazuli light, medicine Buddha of pure crystal blue radiance, one gone to voidness, worthy of offerings, destroyer of demons, one of absolute universal enlightened awareness, all the wisdom energy of all the Buddhas of the 3 times. Pure mind, medicine, healing, cure, treating causes and symptoms. Great medicine king, crosses the ocean of suffering and permeates healing energy everywhere. That's Om Namo Bhagavate Vaisajya Guru Vaidurya Prabharadaya Tathagataya Hate Samaya Sambuddhaya Tadyatha. Om Vikanji, Vikanji. Maha Vikanji Vajrasattva Soha. Then in the calendar of the Medicine Buddha, which is usually the first day of each calendar month, Blessed One, compassionate for all is equal. Simply hearing your name dispels the suffering of the lower realm. Buddha of medicine, you who heal the sickness of the three poisons, light of lapis lazuli, to you I pay homage. Bhagavati Tathagata Arhati, complete and perfect Buddha, Buddha of medicine, king of lapis lazuli, light, to you I bow, to you I pay homage, and you I take refuge. Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Mama Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Mama Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Mama Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Mama Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasta Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasta Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasta Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha. In India they say Om back and say back. Back and say Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om back and say Ma back Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om back and say Ma back and say Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om back and say Ma back and Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tadyata Om Bikanji Bikanji Ma Bikanji Rasa Samagati Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Ma Bekanji Vajasamakati Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Ma Bekanji Vajasamakati Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Ma Bekanji Vajasamakati Soha Tajato Bekanji 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 Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji 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 Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji 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 Vajrasattva Samagati Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji 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 Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji 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 Vajrasattva Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Vaisakya Guru Vaidurya Pravarasaya Tathagataya Hatisam Samaya Sambuddhaya Tajato Om Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Vaisakya Guru Vaidurya Pravarasaya Tathagataya Arhati Samaya Sambuddhaya Tajato Om Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Namo Bhagavate Vaisakya Guru Vaidurya Pravarasaya Tathagataya Arhati Samaya Sambuddhaya Tajato Om Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji 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 Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Soha Tajato Bekanji Samagati Soha Tajato Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha Tajato Bekanji Vajrasattva Soha. So then the medicine Buddha's bowl overflows with light. The first energy goes to we call it the jealous God realms of the heavenly realms of desire, light, and space. And the second time the bowl goes to the demigod realms, it purifies it of the fighting and quarreling and jealousy. And the third light goes to the neediness of the human realm and purifies all five Buddha families and Manjushri, Vajrapani, and Chenrezi, all purifying. Then goes to the realm of the ignorance of the animal world, purified into the neediness of the Vajra realm of the conflicted spirits, pretas, hungry ghosts, and so forth, deprived spirits, and then it purifies the hell realms of anger, hatred, rage, and violence. Then all six realms at once. Om Tadyata, Om Vajrasattva, Om Vajrabhini, Om Tadyata, Om Vikanzi, Vikanzi, Ma, Vikanzi, Razi, Samangati, Soha, Tadyata, Om Vikanzi, Vikanzi, Ma, Vikanzi, Razi, Samangati, So, Tadyata, Om Vikanzi, Vikanzi, Ma, Vikanzi, Razi, Samangati, So, then with this mantra, all your conflicting mind energy dissipated, all illness and disease. Healing applies physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Then use the medicine Buddha to disappear into the mantra in your heart. Starting with the Tadyatha Om, Vikanzi, Vikanzi, Ma, Vikanzi, all the mantra syllables disappear into the seed syllable Hum and the Dharani of the medicine Buddha with them. Then the Hum disappears into the blue sky of your natural mind. In five-colored light, which emanates everywhere. And you just bring your mind to the present moment and rest in the essence of your mind. Open, clear, naked, in vivid awareness. Relax. Be comfortable. In the hard essence of voidness as bliss. What you see right in front of your eyes is its nature. What you imagine with your mind's eye is voidness. Relax in the present of joyful bliss. When you move from this accomplishment stage of the practice, which is the heart of the mother of perfect wisdom, then you again enjoy the bliss energy of the deity of your choice, called the Yidam. Between formal sessions, engaging in worldly activities and so forth, the training is to see that all beings are in need of healing and generate the medicine Buddha wherever possible. And when the mind is conflicted, run the purification mantra of Vajrasattva. And for those of you that have this refuge sheet, front and back, on the back, I'm going to say the four immeasurables. We wish all beings to be happy and have the cause of happiness. That's called metta, the wish of loving kindness. We wish them to be free of suffering and the causes of the suffering. That's called karuna, interested in their well-being or compassion. The third one is we rejoice in their happiness regardless of our own condition or situation, and engender them all to realize perfect bliss. That's called mudita. And then the fourth one is wishing that each and every situation be cleared of attachment, aversion, ignorance, pride, jealousy, and any form of hope or fear, anxiety, or depression. And that's called upeka. May all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the cause of suffering. May all beings be established in the great bliss by the energy of our practice, and may all beings be free of attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, stupidity, hope, fear, anxiety, depression, and so forth. And at the bottom of the refuge sheet is the dedication prayer. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish every being without a single exception in that state. By the blessing of the three kayas of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of the Dharma itself being unchanging, and by the blessings of the wishes and aspirations prayer of us, the Sangha, being unwavering, may this and all dedication prayers be accomplished. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity, and may all their wishes be fulfilled. Mahalo, Tashibile, Aloha,
Kewati.
Gewadi, Nerduda, Chagya Chempo, Drugyane, Jowa Chinkin Malu Pa, Teyi Sala Go Parsho, Sajay Kusum Nempai Jim Ladon, Choni Megri Dempai Jim Ladon, Kendu Miche Dupai Jim Laki, Chitar Goma Molam Drew Par Show.